Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title suggests, Whitney, the avatar of a soap fanatic. Now, y'all have sat there and seen and heard of many stories where fans have went overboard. And ultimately, and we'll talk about some of these stories, but ultimately what it comes down to is just it ruins the experience for everybody else. That is one of my biggest issues. And I've seen them in my chat, I've seen them in some of my comments, particularly with some of the GH fans, if we're going to be honest, especially with this whole Drew storyline. You know, people don't understand the art of agreeing to disagree. Instead, my opinion is more than your opinion, and if you don't agree with me, F you, and the horse you rode in on. Sit there and do roll call, get this started. Yes, Monique, I'm actually looking forward to watching that. I'm a huge Devil May Cry fan. Huge Devil May Cry fan. So thank you for letting me know. It says season 2, but I'm like, I don't remember it being a season 1. Anyway, let's sit there and do roll call. Let's get this started. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. And as I always sit there and say, I am one person. There's 11 people. I am not going to get to every single comment. So just understand that, have some patience, and have a good time. Amy is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Dollar Max is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Queen of the South is in the chat. How you doing tonight? How is the lovely Queen doing tonight? Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ, is in the chat. How are you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. And again, huge shout out to two people. Tommy Smith, happy birthday, my friend. And Dolomedics, for sending me some amazing pictures from the premiere that he went to for Beyond the Gate. I can't wait. This comes out in about 2 weeks. So this is going to be very interesting. The medics got all the details. He got a lot of details. So if you want to sit there and share them tonight, please be my guest. Why is it? It's for the first season. Okay, good, good. I saw it too, and thank you for letting me know when it comes out because I'm definitely gonna sit there and be watching it. I'm a huge definitely cry for that. Huge. Okay. Um. Anyway. Of course, you know I gotta sit there and see how the lovely queen is doing. So yes, again, huge shout out to Dolomedics. You are a G. I appreciate you. So yes, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to your second email. Dominex is in the chat tonight, right? Oh, there he is. I'm like, I know you're here. But yes, turns out that Whitney is the carpet behind body. It's funny too. I was gonna sit there and put up that question yesterday, except for the Jack thing was really something of topic. But you know, shout out to Jonathan because Jonathan was right. It's so stupid how they just let Whitney out and she was going in and out and she was doing all this, that, and the third. And while I'm sitting there watching this, and she's sitting there saying, well, you know, this is my show and this show means everything to me. I couldn't help but sit there and think about the actual fanatics that does want to happening. You know, Abe was like, how did you get her number? Oh, well, the dark, no. She was like, oh, well, soap Twitter. This isn't that far out of range from when you have fans that will get an actor's number and harass them. You know, like the story with the actor that played Diego and a fan walking up and getting all upset and yelling at him, talking about you killed Georgie. The chick that played Courtney on General Hospital was accosted pretty much at a grocery store by a woman sitting there saying, you broke up my favorite couple. Lady, she is sitting there shopping at a goddamn grocery store, and you walk up to her with that dumb shit. out of your mind. This is, part of the reason, besides just me want to be more creative as far as doing other content, is because, yeah. And granted, I know I'm not going to sit there and be able to, okay, Rana, give me 1 second. I'll get to your comment. I know I'm not going to sit there and get away from the crazy fans because there's always crazy fans no matter what genre I'm talking about. But I mean, I don't see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen as many crazy fans on Young and Restless and Days of Our Lives and even Bold like I do on General Hospital, or especially with this whole Drew thing. And Monique says Sasha isn't helping at all with her situation. The more she doesn't confirm the rumors, the more people think Jason is the father and never watch Days. Oh, you never watch Days? Okay. But yes, and I do agree with that, Monique. I do agree with that. Now, Ron says I was right all along about Whitney targeting her show Body and Soul, the cupcakes poisoning. I was laughing when she said, "How did you get Bonnie's phone number?" I'm glad that was funny to you. Because I know how, I guess it wasn't funny to me because I know that people have done that before. People have stalked actors. The incident with One Life to Live when a guy actually broke into the studio to actually unalive an actor. Okay? So like again, I know people don't like Body and Soul, they don't like the direction and everything like that, the soap within the soap, I get that. But the stuff that they were talking about in Body and Soul, it's the stuff that happens on these sets on General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. This stuff actually happens. Exactly. Monique says some people think the characters, the actors, the actors playing there are like that in real life. People is called acting. Exactly. Exactly. James JOJ Media once sat there and said that the actors generally want to sit there and talk to the people, want to talk to the fans, but the fanatics are what ruins the experience. He made a couple of comments about how it's very hard for him to sometimes get actors on the show or actors on the show live because like they have attacked people, they have verbally assaulted these actors. Oh, you're ruining the show. You're doing this. Like it's a TV show. It is not real. It's it's very frustrating. You know, I talk about Star Wars fans all the time and just how much of nut jobs that I'm embarrassed to be a Star Wars fan. I'm embarrassed. But ultimately everyone lived, everyone was fine. We don't know what the hell happened to Joy because she was by herself and she wasn't even on today. Um how how did you get out of how did you get out of Bayview? Oh, how did you get out of Bayview and what Ron, it's actually in my review. Just watch my review. I put all that stuff in my review. Laura B is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Um, yeah, I put that in my review down. Jay Blue says, did anyone heard Cameron Madison say on a Jennifer show that someone threw a fruit at him in the grocery store because they didn't? Oh, you guys see this type of. Okay, I'm actually gonna sit there and check that out. Thank you so much, Jay Blue. Thank you. Okay, let me Jennifer Hudson show, Cameron Madison. Let me take a look at it right now. I mean, I'm gonna like set it up. Yes, exactly, Ron. Yes. Jennifer Hudson show. Cameron Madison. Oh wow. Okay, this was today. I might have to sit there and take. Oh God, how long is this shit? Because I don't want to sit there and take the whole clip, but like, oh, and fans. Okay, thank you, thank you. I will sit there and check that out. Thank you. If only someone can throw that. It's crazy how some actors are treated. Exactly. The fact that she said that. The fact that she said that. It's generally alarming. Okay, I gotta do something. Hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna check that out. If I have some time tomorrow, maybe I'll do a video on that. Oh, Ron, didn't you say I was one of those people that couldn't separate fact from Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, I'll check that out later on. Why is it still so loud? Jesus Christ. Hey, Blue says it took a while for me to watch anything Sarah because her Bianca character, All My Children. I've never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I never actually watched that show either. I've seen clips, but I never actually watched the show though. And I've heard that they're actually doing a revival of it. Blackmon says, all right, Albert, but no one can say you don't have. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Blackmon. I think I do actually have a cute ass. So thank you. Making the hate for Willow and Drew so intense. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but again, it ruins the fan experience when they start doing things of that nature. Um, oh, Ron says yes. Albert, you are on Twitter attacking the actress. Oh, thank you, Ron. Thank you. I appreciate you airing out my dirty laundry. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, good job, Ron. Attacking the actresses because they're friends on off camera. Yeah, that's just that seems about right. Monique said, "Did you see the look on Carter's face when they had that moment in office? He was looking like, what the hell did I do?" Yes, very good eye, Monique. Yes, very good eye. When he was younger, he was adult. He was a consent age. I want to make that shit very clear because I know people listening to this saying all sorts of things like, Laura B. It's Here's the thing. It's part of the job. You know, and that's the thing, Laura B. If I talk about soaps, if I talk about anything, every creator is going to have to face that. Somebody is not going to like their take, and they're going to sit there and be mad and hurl insults. Um, it's the strength of that person's character is going to make the difference on how they take it. But thank you for saying that. Well, right, yes, I do. If I catch it, then I'm going to sit there and say something. Um, I don't necessarily believe in the straight up blocking them, depending on what they say. Like if they say something that's like homophobic or racist, then yes, I'm gonna sit there and block them. But if they sit there and say something rude and nasty, I'm gonna sit there and address it. Um, it depends on the level of what they say. Now, going back, you know what I find really funny? So is can we talk about this in private? Yeah, I mean, I get it. He don't want his dirty. He don't want his dirty laundry aired out. You know. Why the hell is Luna up there just hanging out in the living room, eating in the living room, just kind of chilling? Where at any point in time, anybody could just walk in there. Because remember, people don't knock. People don't knock. People don't, like Bill doesn't lock his door, and people don't knock. Black man says, "I will be light when the sexy is." Black man, you will be whatever you want to be. Black man, okay? It doesn't offend people. You can sit there and be exactly the way you want to be, Black man. I get it. Sometimes I just have that effect. So, you express yourself, all right? No, I was not upset. No, I was not upset, Ron, because she appreciates her husband now. And, going through something like that is going to make you appreciate the person that you love a lot more. Of course, Black man, I got your back. Was that about the Black man? Was that about the whole Darby thing? Because you felt like Darby was uncomfortable. Because Black man, I want you to sit there and be Black man. If it makes Darby uncomfortable, it makes Darby uncomfortable. When I sit there and talk about women in a sexual way, he doesn't sit there and get uncomfortable. Exactly. But that's the thing, though, Black man. If I talk about women, he doesn't get uncomfortable. So like, don't feel like you have to censor yourself, right? I mean, I get that. I get that, Ron. I do, but my whole thing is though, like, she still shouldn't just be hanging out in the living room because most of the family knows the security guard, so they're not gonna have to sit there and be patted down or anything like that. Goddamn, Ron, one question at a time. Give me a second. The security don't have to be patted down. I mean, the what's good, Amber? The friends, their family doesn't have to be patted down. I still know excuse for just be hanging out, chilling and stuff like that. Will just walked in there. The only reason why Luna did not get caught is because Will was already being loud enough where Luna had enough time to run up the stairs. What's her dumbass actually doing downstairs in the first place anyway? Yeah, I mean, it was like I said, Lord, it definitely was an out of pocket thing for Drew to do because here's the thing: he wants to sit there and try to get back at Carly. I don't get how that was getting back at Carly. You know, um, and I did sit there and talk about that in my review, something saying like, "Yeah, bro, that was out of pocket. You didn't have to sit there and bring her stuff up and stuff up like that." It was unnecessary. We're gonna be honest. It was unnecessary. Um, but like I said, this toxicness with Drew. Because here's my thing. People were sitting there defending Luke Spencer and Todd Mann and talking about Todd Mann was better than Drew, and I'm like, those two are rapists. Like we're not going to sit there and try to, we're not going to sit there and try to compare Drew to Todd and the awful thing that he wound up doing to Marty Saber. We're not going to do that. I get that people don't like Drew, and they have a right to not like Drew. But like, you know, I get different opinions and perspective and stuff like that, and I always just sit there and agree to disagree. Oh my God, Ariana! Let's everyone say what's up to Ariana. Exactly, Lord. But people were sitting there saying like, "Oh my God, you know, Drew is worse than Luke Spencer." I'm like, okay. But yes, Ariana is in the chat. I haven't seen this lovely woman in way, 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 way too long. Well, I mean, he went back at Carly because it's just a natural human reaction, Jay Blue. I mean, if somebody comes at me sideways, rather I um rather I shouldn't come back to them or not is beyond the point. That's emotions right there. And if we're gonna be honest, I don't expect anybody on any level to sit there and just take something just because I started something. Whether you're in the right or wrong, you're going to sit there and react back. Just like at that church, and I'm going to sit there and say this again, just like at that church, when Carly was sitting there being ungrateful when Drew sacrificed himself to go to jail, and she started throwing that back in his face. And Drew was like, you know what? The reason why your son is in his bed is because of you. And people got upset with Drew. People got upset with Drew because they don't like Drew. What people couldn't sit and accept was, what's good, Tommy? Happy birthday, Tommy. Um, Lost in Christ has been to. But what people couldn't accept and people didn't want to accept was that Drew was right. People don't want to accept that people don't want to accept that Drew is right because people don't like Drew. And so they're going straight off of emotions. But the truth of the matter is, Carly is the reason why Michael is in that bed. After Michael got shot, you would sit there and think that you would want to sit there and be oceans apart from somebody who um from somebody who did that to your son, you know, just because he was standing next to someone. But people didn't want to do that because people was upset with Drew. And when people are upset with Drew, logic goes out the goddamn window. That's the truth of the matter. Yes, it's Tommy's birthday today. Um, he made that choice to go to jail for her because he likes to play the hero. Okay. He still went to jail for her. And she was being ungrateful about it, throwing it in his face. Yeah, he did make that choice. That was nobody's choice except for him. But how the hell are you going to sit there and take something like that, a sacrifice? And let's be honest, Jay Blue, that was Carly's fault because she did commit insider trading. Okay, Carly should have spent some time in jail for what she did. Drew decided, hey, you know what? I don't want you to be separated from your little girl because your little girl, Ariana says, is Drew still falling down the rabbit hole? Yeah, they're still putting him through the ringer. Donna said, I've said it before, I don't understand all the Drew hate. He's done nothing worse than the other quartermates. Exactly. Exactly. But you know how people are though. And again, going back to Carly's ass should have went to jail. Let's just be real. Carly's ass should have went to goddamn jail. Regardless if you sit there and say he wanted to play the hero or not, at the end of the day, he still stepped up for Carly and he didn't have to do that. And she took that sacrifice and she threw it in his face because she was upset. But she needed to be upset because she was in that damn hospital because of the choices that she made. She chose her own happiness over. Yeah, and I get that, Jay Blue, and he did make that choice, and I can agree with you on that. He did make that choice, but Carly chose her own happiness over over her children's safety. Uniting to Aaron, this is how do you feel about Carly and Nina uniting to take down Drew? I mean, Drew. I don't know. I don't know. I I mean, it would be cool if Carly and Drew. I mean, Carly and Nina agree on something, but people want to sit there and act like Drew is like the definition of. Oh, here we go. Monique says, "Why didn't Drew blame Jason for Michael's demise? He gave Michael to Sonny to raise. He should have. Ah, there we go. There we go. Now the party started. My beautiful, gorgeous, sexy queen, cat lady, aka Angelique, is in the chat, and she's already giving me the sass. I so love this woman. Ah, she's just amazing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's my dream woman right there. Oh, cat lady, you stop not staying with all this hate. So, cat lady, you know I love you. Come on now. Aaron says your face still gives you away. Listen, I mean, I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it 100%. And see, cat lady's being sassy. Don't forget to hit the dislike button. It helps. Make sure you subscribe to Cat Lady's channel because Cat Lady does awesome commentaries on these soaps on General Hospital. Julian says the way Carter was sniffing Daphne like a guy. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. That's some weird shit right there. Even Hope walked in. Hope was like, "What the?" Hope was like, what are you doing?" "Oh, I was just, sampling her perfume." You can just sit there and just pour it on your hand like any normal person. Ron says, "Why would Whitney King admit what she done? Because she didn't want to sit there and draw shit out." Dolometics, there you go. Dolometics, there you go. Yes, yes, it was out of pocket, Bobby. It definitely was out of pocket. It was out of pocket for Willow too, because Willow is still married. Willow is still married. I was like, because well, okay, Dolomedics, since you here, huge shout out to Dolomedics. Huge shout out to Dolomedics. He went to the premiere. Dolomedics went to the premiere of The Gates. He has some photos and stuff like that. That is awesome. Um, so I'm pretty sure he got more details about Beyond the Gates since this man was there himself. Monique says Drew thought Miss Wu was going to tell him everything about her associate with Curtis. She was like, "You scratched my." Exactly. That's right. That's right. Dominic said, "I saw the first episode, baby." All right, well, Dominic, don't keep us in suspense. How was that first episode? And Ron says, "Cat lady, Albert says that he has fantasies about sleeping with you. Also, do you have a mannequin also, I have a mannequin of you to keep him busy." Oh, wow. Okay. You hear that, cat lady? Okay. Well, you can scratch the second part. I won't deny the first part. I won't deny the first part, but I don't know about the mannequin. You hear that, cat lady? What do you think about that? Dominic says I meant two cast members in the audience. Ooh, that is what's up. Why didn't you have Dolly on? Yeah, listen, if Domex wants to come on, Domex, you can come on. I love how she just ignored. I love how she just ignored Ron's other comment. Like, why aren't you having him? It, I'll come on if you want me to speak a little. Yes, yes, Dolomitic. Yes, please do speak about your experience. Last day was good. Last day. I mean, my thoughts was on that was, I mean, I liked the character and he passed out. I mean, it's not really. Oh, by the way, Domax, I sent you the Yes, you definitely, yeah, definitely come through. I sent you the link. Um, I mean, Steph Burns is the comic relief. So yeah, anytime you want to sit there and come through, Domax, please do. Hear about your experience. So yeah, while we wait for Domax to come through, um, Monix is me, or does Victoria wants Adam to go off the rails just to prove Victor right? Well, what gives you that idea? And what's good, Allison? Yes, Alex, I just sent you the link.
Guys,
Dolomedics, the one and only. How you doing?
hey, I'm doing great. Like I had a great day. It was cool. Uh just to tell you guys real quickly, it doesn't give away too much, but just so y'all know, I live in like the Atlanta metro area, and there's a school in Atlanta called SCAD. It's a big art school. They have their Atlanta campus there. And today or this week, the next three today, starting today and the next 3 days, they're having an event called TV Fest that they do every year, where they have different TV shows come, and in the show they'll do screenings and they'll do panels and they have like little award ceremonies and things. Like for example, like today I actually went to there was a show called Surface on Apple TV. I went to a screening of that, saw that panel. Then there's a show called Watson that just premiered on CBS that stars Morris Chestnut. I went to see that panel, and of course got to see Morris Chestnut, the actor, and stuff like that. And he did a big presentation. And then finally, the big panel I want to go to, Beyond the Gates, and I got to see the first episode, which was amazing. And I got to see, and then they afterward they did a panel that consisted of Carla Mosley, who plays Danny, Daphne Duplay, who plays Dr. Nicole Richardson, Justin Davis, who plays the patriarch, Vernon Dupree, and then Sheila Duckworth, who is like the president of like one of the CBS presidents of programming, who also is helping, who's also their liaison with the NAACP. That was part of the whole Beyond the Gates happening. So that was the big thing I got to see, and it was really exciting. I will say the coolest thing that happened out of that was I go in first because I was hyped. I go in there first, and one of the first people to go there, and I sit there and I see like just some reserved seating behind me. I don't think anything of it. The main reason I sat where I was is just because I wanted to get like a better angle, because like I took some pictures at the first panel and I didn't get the best picture. So I was like, I knew I wanted to send some to Albert. So I'm like, let me sit where I can be in the middle, take some decent pictures so I can forward them to him. So, or forward it to you, Albert. So I sit
Appreciate
down,
that.
and then I see some people walk in, and there's a blonde. First, there's a blonde lady who I'm thinking you guys probably recognize from the trailers, and I'm like, I think I recognize her. And then there's a guy who's got like, who's kind of, he got a nice taper like fade, well groomed. They're in casual clothes. They just kind of sit there and they're just chatting about their day at work, and it hits me that their day at work involved them on the set of Beyond the Gates, and I was sitting next to the characters of the actors who play Vanessa and Andre on Beyond the Gates. and they were really nice. The guy who plays Andre, Sean Freeman, he like spilt his Coke. And he was like, oh, he was kind of embarrassed. He's like, man, I can't believe I did that. So he went out and got something to clean up his Coke. And I didn't want to bother them, but he said something jokingly to me because I was like next to him. And I was like, well, heck, if they're going to say something, he just broke the ice. So I was like, are you guys excited? And, I kind of spoke to him. And the lady who plays Vanessa, the blonde lady, her name's Lauren, or is it Laura? I think it's Laura. It's not, yes, is it Laura or Lauren? I can't remember. Sorry. But she was really sweet. And she introduced herself. She shook my hand. She asked my name. And it was just really pleasant. And then, of course, I have to say one cool thing about listening to them is just like, it's funny because, we all have our day jobs. And it was funny listening to them talk because they were kind of just casual, like, yeah, and I have to do this on the set. And, oh, yeah, did you get your script today? And this, that, and the other. And I was trying not to listen too hard because I think they're a little bit newer to soaps. So they were kind of just casually like, oh, and I filmed with this person. No, I filmed with that person. I'm like, they might reveal some stuff. So I was kind of listening. But I think one thing I heard them say is I think they were like, they were filming like they're about late, like they're like around their 60th episode, so they're kind of far ahead. So it was great. But just some quick things I noticed. One thing I didn't get to see, unfortunately, is I really want to see the title credits, like the opening credits. They didn't have the opening credits ready yet. They just had the title card, but I did get to hear the music. So I think the theme song is going to be pretty dope. It's like, it's got like, it sounds like it has like, it's almost like a more modern version of the typical like Young and the Restless typical type soap theme song. But I think it had like a little bit more like bass and stuff into it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Like this. Well, you tell me. Does anyone have any questions? Sorry. Cat Lay has a question so far. My favorite character so far is, I'd say Danny's pretty good. And actually, I think the blonde character Vanessa it has a little bit of comic relief, which I think I kind of enjoy. She kind of reminds me as a character like, for the GH fans, you know how like Maxie and Lucy are when they're kind of used as more comic relief, or they're not really being annoying, but they're kind of getting their one-liners and stuff off. She's kind of like that. She reminds me of like Maxie with the one-liners.
Monique says,
I got you. I'm sorry, I see it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet I did not get to meet Tamara Tooney. She couldn't attend that event, so it was just Carla Mosley, Daphne Dupleix, Clifton Davis, and Sheila Duckworth. So she wasn't at this event though. I'm sorry, Albert.
any other questions? And I got a question for you now. Now, I talked about this in my member stream, and who my favorite character so far is and why he's my favorite character. Was you in there this weekend?
Yes, I was. He is a piece of work. He is a piece of work.
Yes, I don't hear.
He is, and you know what? I'm not gonna spoil it, but there is more to the story. And when you hear some of the more of the stuff to the story, I don't blame him. If I were her, I'd be knocking over stuff off his desk too. Like, there's more to the story. There's more details. There's more details because they've revealed stuff, but they've also held a little bit of stuff away. Villains wise, since it was the first episode, we've only really met one true villain, and I would have to say the first villain that we're meeting is Bill, which we know his character name, the lawyer dude, the ex-husband. He's kind of a jerk, and then the other woman is. I can't call her a villain. I feel like she's given a little bit of Willow, where she's kind of an idiot. but that's just my take on it. I'll let you guys make your own opinions. But she's a cool character. Everyone's a cool character, So
just a side question. Now, you did go see the show. Did you watch the first episode of Watson with Morris Chestnut? What's his name?
Morris Chestnut. Yes, I did. It was I went to the screening for that. That was it was actually pretty cool. It was like, you know what, the show, I think they've already premiered the show on CBS a little bit, but I
Yeah.
will say, based upon, this was my first time seeing it, and the show, have you ever seen the show House MD?
Yes.
It reminds me of, like, if you mix House MD and merged it with Sherlock Holmes.
Did you get a chance to like meet him or talk to him or anything like that? Or like how
I
was
didn't.
he?
Unfortunately, okay, so they were off on their timing. The Gates, so Beyond the Gates had the longest panel. I think they were a little bit off on their timing, so no one got a chance to ask him any questions. He did speak for a bit because he's one of the producers, so he told us some stuff about the show, which was pretty cool. He told us they did kind of reveal some stuff, which I was surprised because they kind of spoiled the show a little bit. You know what? Honestly, you know what, Monique? Yes, but it's like it's like the black version of House with mixture of that Sherlock Holmes lore to it, so it makes it interesting. I mean, it's cool, but yeah, he's given black version of House just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any characters that you would sit there and say that you don't like, or you have that one character you're just like, oh, I can't stand you on the gates. You don't have to sit there and say why, but just like a character that you would sit there and say
I
you don't
don't
rock.
honestly. I don't. I have characters that I don't. I The way I would say it is because coming out the gates, haha, ironic, or coming out the gate to the gate. Out the gate, they are kind of the first episode, they kind of are explaining a lot of stuff. So there's not really anyone to dislike per se. I mean, there's even some people you're not seeing yet that we've seen in trailers and stuff. Um there's some people we haven't seen yet. Really, I think, I have to say there's no one that I dislike per se. There's characters I don't particularly find compelling. Like, I'll say I like the nurse character. She seems interesting. Her boyfriend, it seems like he's just there. But I know that they didn't give a lot away because you can tell that she's going to be the focus of the relationship. But they seem like a nice couple. I mean, there's some cool elements to the show, but I think so far the characters, I like them, but there was a little bit of exposition, but I can forgive that because, like I said, with the first episode, you could tell they were trying to tell us their relationship. So there were pieces of dialogue like, "You're not just my," it's like, "You're not just my favorite cousin, you're my best friend too." It's like, because they want us to know how they're related. Which I know that stuff's gonna loosen up, but like starting out, they got to kind of tell us that stuff, who the characters are. Um,
But
but
overall, you would
overall,
sit there and say you enjoyed the first episode.
I did. The only thing I would say, and this is, it's not on the show, it's on me. I think because I was so hyped for the Gates, I think I was became a little bit of a super fan. So I was trying to find out maybe too much information. So sometimes with like those parts where they were kind of explaining stuff like you didn't know about it, it was kind of I could have dealt without it just because I already knew the information. But I understand that the way that the show is filmed, that they're going with the idea that people don't know. So there was stuff where I was kind of like, okay, I know what's happening here, or move it along. But other than that, I appreciate the fact that they really and I think I mentioned to this really quickly in the live where you asked me what was I excited about. And I'll say I was excited about the fact that they actually did focus on the family, and they don't focus on the family in a cheesy way. Like, you can tell that they really look out for each other, which is different, and you can tell that they're kind of formidable because there's a moment on the show where they kind of stand up for Danny's character, and you kind of get the deal where it's like, oh yeah, these people might argue sometimes, but if you go after one of theirs, if you go after one of them, you go after all of them. So you get that vibe from the characters, and it was like, yeah. So, but they added some more depth, and I think there are some things that they are some storyline parts that they are holding back from us. So there's some stuff that they don't reveal in the trailer about why people feel the way they do about some stuff, which I like.
That
I
comes.
honestly, how much time would I give them? I mean, I honestly, it's a new soap, so I would give it I would legitimately give it a month. The reason why is because I know, like, that first week, I think there's gonna be like if we base off that first trail, those first couple of trailers, it was really like hit, where they're trying to show us stuff really quickly. I would say I know stuff is happening on the show, but I do know in my brain after seeing the first trailer, I kind of was like, in my mind, I almost wanted to see all of that stuff in the first trailer in the first episode. That's not going to happen. I think that probably will be like stretched out over maybe a week or something. Because you do have to have like those, you have to expand it out. But I really do think it's going to be a good show. Oh, and one cool thing from a visual aspect. And this is for, like, of course, the old ABC daytime fans. Remember back in the day where we used to get licensed music? Like, when you actually, man, like, they give you actual real music.
Whoa.
Like, you actually hear them listening to real licensed music. Like there's some parts where they like kind of cut to like a different, and I can't remember the songs really. I was just so surprised by it because it's been years since I've heard licensed music on the soap. But they actually like I think that like when they the opening, they actually, when you first see them, they're like playing like real music, and then there's like a part where they like switch over, like cut a scene, and they're actually playing like real music. Oh, and I will say they actually that you get an idea of how expansive Fairmont Crest is. You really get an idea, like, because at first, because the way the trailer makes it sound, it makes it look as like you kind of go in, it makes it look like Fairmont Crest is just like maybe just that country club or whatever. But no, you realize from the show, you realize it's a big wealthy neighborhood, like it's a real gated community.
Mm.
They really show that, and the houses, the way they film it and stuff, you realize that you do get the vibe that they live in big houses, that they're very wealthy. You do get that feeling too. And they do film differently. Like, it looks like a soap, but they play with different camera angles. So there's some stuff, and like I said, I don't want to tell too much stuff to ruin it, but
Yeah.
it's like I said, I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be it'll be a little, like, I think they took just enough tough stuff from prime time where they kind of like took the soap genre and made it a little bit more modern, but you still get like the soapiness of it. And I think one thing I would say is just like, don't kind of expect when you first watch it to see like huge explosions or like just like crazy ratchetness, because they do have to do some setup. And just kind of like listen to the dialogue, because they're telling you their storylines that they're building to, subtly, which I think, which is kind of cool, because there's definitely some stuff going on with the relationships where you can see where some conflicts are happening. Yeah, but it's like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good show. And I will say another thing about the filming is, as far as like the camera style, I don't know if anyone's ever watched, like, how like how each soap network, at least when they used to have multiple soaps, they all had like a different way of filming, where it's like the ABC soaps were really bright, I used to feel, and I felt like the NBC soaps were pretty bright too. And then the CBS soaps all have that slight filter on it. It feels like it may
Yeah.
have just been the screen I was at, but I feel like they got the CBS filter. Like, it's bright, but they still have a little bit of the CBS filter. So it seems like it can fit, like when you watch it, I can see it fitting next to like Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, Beyond the Gates. Like, it's not going to look like, did I just switch channels? It just
Okay.
looks like they are less cheap. I hate to say it. It looks like their camera work is better.
That's good.
Yeah. So
That's good.
yeah, yep. And you're
Well,
in. Yeah.
I'm glad that you was able to actually go there and get some photos and stuff like that, which are really cool photos, by the way. So thank you.
Problem.
Um, that is awesome. That is awesome. Anything you want to sit there and say before you head back into the crowd?
Yeah. Before I fade away into the abyss, before I get beyond the gates, you kick me back out the gates, right? I mean, nothing else I can think of. Like, I'm just really excited. Um, You know, I like I said, I'm just really excited. Like I said, there's a little campiness to it because I'm gonna warn you guys, there is gonna be a little bit of that explanation. There's gonna be that soapy setup of, oh my gosh, so and so's my daughter, and this, and this, but just a little bit just to kind of establish who people are. But like I said, overall, I like the family. I think I like the vibe of the show. It seems cool. Like I think we're gonna have a good time talking about it and the characters because there were some lines and stuff and some characters where you actually could hear the fans like laughing because the character was supposed to be so like kind of funny or like over the top or whatever. But it was like good laughter. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. It was like, man, I can't believe she said that, or oh man, she's gonna do that. You can tell it's a good time. It's a good time.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I mean, we definitely got something to look forward to. And again, thank you. Well, I mean, I know you was going to go there anyway, but thank you for coming on and giving us your experience on
Yeah,
this show. So,
yeah. Hey, like I
appreciate
said,
you, Dolmetics.
no problem. Anytime. The only thing, like I said, I missed out on is I wish we could have got that opening credits, but they weren't ready yet. Yeah. So, but other than that, oh, and they do have Love in the Afternoon. The couples are actually physical. They don't seem
Oh,
like
okay.
they actually seem like they get it on. Like the married couples actually seem like they like each other. Like there is one married couple on the show that cannot keep their hands off each other, and it's so funny comparing them to Brooklyn and Chase because that's the first thing I thought about. So I was like, man, they actually seem like they like each other. So.
All
I'll leave
right.
it at that. But other than that, thanks, guys. It's good to see you and talk to y'all again. And hey, we'll have to do this another time. Have a good one.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you,
All right, thanks,
Dolmetics.
now. Thanks. Bye.
There you have it. What's good, Johan? There you have it. The Gates. I am so glad that my favorite character. Also, huge shout out to Dolometics, first of all. Huge shout out to Dolometics. Let's everyone sit there and thank Dolometics for coming through. I swear, Dolometics is going to have to sit there and get his own YouTube channel. And of course, when he does, he's just going to completely blow my numbers away. But that's what's up. So yeah, exactly, Lord. But yes, let's. What's good, DMV? Yeah, thank Dolometics for his time coming on here. Your boy is trifling. I love it. Yes. I'm not gonna lie, that actually does give me a smile on my face. Um, yes. See, I knew I was gonna like him. I knew I picked the right character to like. Um, yes, Domex is a G. That's why I was like when DC was like, "Oh, I gotta have you on my team." I was like, "No." I was like, "No, you need to get your own damn team." Um, that's what's up, though. There's a lot. It's a lot of food for thought for the Gates. I'm sorry, Beyond the Gates. Damn, I don't even know what to sit there and say. I didn't have any notes for sitting there talking about Beyond the Gates, but like, that's cool though. That's cool. Actual real music. I didn't sit there and see that coming. I don't even remember the last time the last time they actually played music was today. And that was that old ass song from like years ago in General Hospital. Domex says, I wish I could have had all you guys with me. It was so much fun. Domex, I'm gonna sit there and email you tonight about something. Um, and hopefully I won't be too tipsy to do it. But I'm gonna email you something tonight, though. No, what the hell am I doing? I can just email it to you right now. But that's what's up. There we go. Oh, where's my music at? Queen Jess was good. Dolmex was just not there filling us in on Beyond the Gates. He was not there telling us about his experience, him being there, him watching the first episode. Um, and also it was just good to sit there and hear Dolmex's voice. So, but yeah, Dolmex literally had the scoop and was trying not to give too much away, which is actually pretty good. Actually did a really good balance of that. So props to Dolmetics. How did you see the first? Oh, well, Dolmetics can answer that. And also I just emailed you it. Well, my question. Yeah, he's it's always fun to sit there and have Dolmetics on the channel. Yeah. Dolmetics is gonna be a better YouTuber than me. He already has the makings of it anyway. But yeah. Hell am I actually at? What was I talking about? That kind of actually threw me off balance for a hot minute. Oh yeah, I think we were sitting there talking about Drew. We're talking about Drew and all the hate and everything like that that is coming from it. Um, yeah. So Drew, Maxie, and of course Tracy's sitting there talking about, well, I'm gonna kick Willow out, but I'm gonna sit there and make sure that I take her kids. And I'm like, Tracy, are we really doing this shit again? That's why I was so happy when Willow kind of stood up and was like, because I got what Brooklyn was sitting there saying. Brooklyn was like, yo, listen, if you want to sit there and bump and grind with Drew, which is disrespectful, just don't do it on the property. And while Willow was like, listen, you need to tell me I can't sit there and see certain people. Willow did the right thing moving out. She might as well. Exactly. And you said that comment yesterday, Jess, and I did agree with you on that. Oh, she's definitely. I mean, not only is she overstepping, she's breaking the law too. Like she's literally breaking the law. Um, but yeah, that comment was for you, Jess. Thank you. Nice little surprise. About time we had an all black soap haven't seen since generations. And like what happened with generations? What happened with generations too, Monique? Think she can keep the kids, she must want cops called on her again. And that's what happens when you're privileged, right? But yeah, I mean she definitely overstepping. And Monique, not I've been going back and forth if I want to sit there and do a video on the gates and the backlash that it's getting, because it is getting backlash, and the backlash is really stupid. And maybe I'll just sit there and save this for an actual video. But the backlash for it is stupid. Is acidine, and it's just like, what the are we doing at this point? Um, yeah, Tracy's definitely overstepping, talking about, and the thing is, when Sasha sat there and said, "Well, how do I know you're not going to do the same thing to me that you did to Willow?" And the thing is, when she finds out that it's not Jason's, I get the backlash, but it's not that serious. It's not that serious, and then also it's a little hypocritical though too. Just it's so the thing is, it's funny, just because I don't even have to sit there and say what the backlash is, and you know it. But of course, that issue was never a problem before, and it's still not. The thing is, they're getting, the show is getting a backlash for that, but yet people, those same people aren't complaining about all the other shows now. They're not complaining about General Hospital. They're not complaining about The Bold and the Beautiful. Bold and the Beautiful, two. No, 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 never mind. Three. I had to think for a half minute. And if you know what I'm talking about, I don't even have to sit there and say it. Three. At least that I can think of. As currently right now, um, three. So I don't see those same people sitting there saying, but on Bold and the Beautiful, it's not. Yeah, exactly. hmm So, um, it's funny. It's not that serious, but it's serious when they're complaining about it, but they're not complaining about. So, um, anyway, like I said, I don't know what the hell Luna was sitting there doing in that living room, and she left. The thing that was so stupid is like when Will came in there, Will was like, listen, I see food that's, just left there on, on the kitchen and stuff like that. And Bill doesn't, he doesn't really sit there and like, cook like that. He has people for that, you know? DMZ says, we don't know that Willow is a good mother. Kids are always with the nanny and shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna, yeah, exactly, Orbit. And I'm glad that, I think it was Monique that actually alerted me to what wound up happening with him. So again, it just fuels my whole thing about toxic fanatics. Toxic as fanatics. People that blur the line between reality and fiction. When it's not okay to sit there and disagree with someone and take her kids. She's grown. She can do what she wants after cues and their hypocritical asses. He's having a tough time as it is with losing his home. Exactly. Exactly. You know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think you know what I mean. If I'm not too tipsy, I might sit there and do a reaction video to that. Oh, the cheese cast. Yes, exactly, though, Max. And I heard some stuff. I heard some stuff as far as somebody throwing a piece of fruit at Cameron Madison. Like this is I swear, if I was if I was a little more drunker, you might sit there and see a different version of me being actually pissed off about that. Throwing a piece of fruit at him. Oh, okay, so you did. Okay. Donna says I've watched the show yet, saving for later. Yeah, I am too, Donna. I am too. I just heard the story, but it's different hearing the story and hearing it from his voice because I can only imagine the pain that's in his voice after losing his home, have to deal with some fanatic, that's playing a character that people don't like. Okay, that's fine. Um, to sit there and do that is just insane. You're he's already going through a lot. I'm not gonna get into all his stuff, but he's already going through a lot. Even before the fire, he was going through a lot. Then he loses his house, and then some crazy crackhead pretty much throws a fruit at him. Donna says some so fast will make a great psych study for a researcher how they blur the lines between real and imagination. Exactly. Um, yeah, it's insane. But like I said, it annoys me because this stuff is fun. It's supposed to be fun. Yes, we're supposed to sit there and have debates and joke and stuff like that and have a good time. That's when it's supposed to be fun. This is what I do, and I have fun doing it. When I see crackheads that act like that, and I'm gonna call them crackheads. I probably should sit there and call them something else, but no, I'm gonna call them crackheads. When they start doing stuff like that, that's when it's like, okay, this isn't fun anymore. Now you're sitting there taking it to a level where it doesn't need to go. And we've seen that. Y'all have seen that in my stream. Y'all have seen that in my comment section, but y'all seen that in my stream. Fun times, people. Fiona is a professional dancer. Yeah, and it's funny too, Dominic. Like that little dance number that she did with Valentine. Um, you can tell that that was natural. That's the thing, Donna. Like when she did that little fancy dream sequence thing with Valentine and the way she was dancing, that was natural. That was natural. It's like if you watch an action film, you can tell the people that genuinely know martial arts from the people that's just doing the stunt work. There are certain things that you just can't pull off in a natural flow. And that's how Fiona is when it comes to her dancing. She is a natural at it. She's been doing it. So it comes across as there's no effort in it, really, you know? Or only teachers. Um, but yeah, General Hospital was definitely a hot mess. By the way, did anyone actually watch The Bold and the Beautiful? When Jason gets back from Germany, he's going to be hit with a lot of questions. Exactly. And I'm like, and that's the thing, like what are you doing? Was good Cherie the real Cherie? I love how Sasha told Drew off because why put her business out there? Exactly. Because here's the thing, this was an emotional response. And the emotional response just didn't work. It was a weak ass comeback. You basically sat there and said, oh well your racist Jason didn't sit there and tell you everything. And that's when Carly was like, okay, so what she didn't tell me everything? So why he didn't sit there and tell me that? You're still X, Y, and Z, you know? Oh Lorby, what did you think of Bo? The real Cherie's in the chat. Muted everything a Poppy. Ooh. What did I say yesterday? I was proper, right? Halfway through the stream, Sheree, I mean I was definitely a little bit more tipsy, so um some of this I won't sit there and say it was a blur, but like well see that's okay, so this here's the thing, and hear me out. We be like that. Here's the thing. Poppy tried to make the excuse that the reason why she didn't tell Finn all those years ago is because she wanted Finn to have a future. Finn had a lot of big dreams, and she didn't want to sit there and bring him down or snag his future with a child. And I thought about that, and I thought about Brooklyn with Dante, you know. And I'm wondering if Brooklyn's going to sit there and use the same sad ass pathetic excuse The reason why I didn't tell you, Dante, is because I didn't want to sit there and you know, you had a lot of dreams and aspirations. Yes, cheers, Sheree. Cheers, love. Oh, this is so good, Sheree. So good. Just says so stupid. I can't stand B&B. I mean, it does have a certain level of stupidness. I mean, Cody didn't say anything after, which is weird. All he said, just what he said was, so is it true? I mean, is it true? Is Jason the father of your child? Bro, she just came in and got upset that you started spreading her business around and basically snipped saying this is none of your business. And the only thing you sit there and say as a self defense is, well, I was upset that, me and you are cousins now, so I'm not handling it well. So because you're not handling it well, that's supposed to sit there and justify it? Or is Sasha supposed to sit there and say, oh, well, you're not handling it well, so that's okay. I'm talking about Dante Brooklyn Kid. He didn't say anything. Oh, he didn't say anything to Dante. Ooh, I love it. Monique says it's amazing how Cody can keep a secret for 20 years about Brooklyn's child, but he spills all about Jason and Sasha. Monique is on point tonight. Shit, I'm just gonna leave that up there for a hot minute. Hmm. Monique is 100% correct. I mean, I know that there's different conditions and stuff like that, like emotionally spiraling and everything like that. Sheree said there wasn't even a Jason and Sasha either. They were just near each other. Um, but see, that's the thing though, and I said this in my review. I was like, so what's gonna happen when Jason gets back from Germany and he gets hit with all those questions, and he goes to Sasha and he's like, what wound up happening? Is Sasha still going to be super defensive, talking about, oh, well, whatever happened happened, and like, what is she going to do then? What is her game plan then? Because this is what Tracy said. Tracy was like, what happens when Jason gets back? What's going to be your game plan? See, Sasha's whole notion about why she wanted to sit there and be a single mother was because of the danger that surrounds. Um, the biggest one was the danger that surrounded Corinthos. See, it's hard for me to have a certain level of sympathy because you did sit there and sleep with Michael. Okay, you slept with Michael, so you did exactly what you did. You lied. You know what I'm saying? Like you made this mess. You made this mess. Now you lie in it. That's the bottom line. You lie in it. You did this. You did this to yourself. Now you're gonna lie in it. So all this being defensiveness and exactly, Justin. Like all this being defensiveness and I hate saying this word, but bitchy attitude. You did this to yourself. So like put on your big girl pants and deal with it. Um, I don't know. This is one of those things where it's like, unfortunately, the actor was leaving, so it's not like, here's the thing, because the actor was leaving, it's not like Michael was really going to put up that much of a fight. It wouldn't have made sense for him to put up that much of a fight and then him leave. I don't know. This whole thing is just so. And of course, we're still dealing with this new Jack. This new Jack that doesn't have an accent. This new Jack that doesn't have an accent, that looks younger than the other Jack. And listen, I'm not simply trying to. That's what. Yeah, exactly, Sheree. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Getting back to the whole fan fanatic thing, I saw James do a video and people was like, I was devastated. I was so hurt. And I'm just like, I think that the casting department could have did better. Yeah, just I wish that he would spill the tea like Kelly Monaco said she was gonna do and then backtracked it really quick. But as we know, at any job, it can be a very toxic environment. There's so many things. It's so many things to sit there and pick from. There's money. There's just whatever drama that's going on set. Someone said that, and I don't know how true this is. I don't know, fire or something. I have no idea. Um, I still do live in a nice neighborhood, though. That's the point that counts. What's good, Kaiwan? Domex says I agree. Is someone who looks a little more like the OG, whatever. Exactly. Soap acting is very different from other acting he thought he could keep up. That could be it too. That could be it too, Laura B. And Cat Lady says hi. Sherry says he started the role by saying he couldn't see himself holding up to the talent, fast pace, or being a lead at his age. But I haven't heard nothing else lately. I'm banned from Twitter. You're banned from Twitter. Why are you banned from Twitter? Sherry, why are you banned from Twitter? Funny. Um, Whitney did sit there and talk about Twitter. Why are you banned from Twitter though? I mean, if you want to share it. Onyx is another storyline where Jason has played pretend dad to a child that is not his. How about the writers making Jason a real father to his own kids? Ooh, I love it. Monique is on fire today, Chad. Kelly says, I wish you would just buy a fan that. uh, yeah. But I mean, the air is actually good, though. The air, the outside air is actually good, though. Because Twitter's is boogers. Okay, Sheree, let me ask you this in a different. What did you say? What did you say, Sheree, to get you banned? Come on now, this is time to sit there and admit our sins. But no, the air is good. The air is good. Air is good. I feel almost tipsy enough to say something stupid, and I'm just not going to. But well, I don't know. I don't really. Well, I don't want to sit there and say I don't really go on Twitter. I don't go on Twitter. But and that's in my notes too. And thank you, cat lady. Here's the truth of the matter. We're gonna be stuck with this Jack. Okay, we're gonna be stuck with this actor that plays Jack. Okay, and it's because, in all reality, in my personal opinion, he is a good actor. He may not have the accent of Jack. He may not have the chemistry, I guess, of being with Laura Ray, but he's a good enough actor that is going to serve the plot. See, the thing about the Mollies is that when they replaced Molly, the first Molly was Basuda. She did not come across as a good actress, you know, um, and that was the main thing. With this guy, he plays the role fine. He doesn't have an accent, and that's unfortunate. And according to people, he doesn't have chemistry. Eh, but he's a good actor. So unfortunately, kind of stuck with him. I think it was lazy that they couldn't even bother to sit there and get somebody who had an accent, but I don't want to sit there and keep on griping about that too much. So it is what it is, people. It's unfortunate, but yeah, yeah. Yes, cat lady. And speaking of Cyrus, um, Jocelyn's that they're playing Nancy Drew. Lobby says the problem is that some fans can accept anyone but their favorite in the roles. That's true. That's true, Lobby. And that's actually in one of my now Cherie says I will give this man a chance. Is anybody else gonna sit there and give this new actor that's playing Jack Brennan a chance? Hmm? Or is he just a flop from and we're just done with him, we want him gone and we're ready with the pitchforks. And not in a fanatic sort of way. Ooh. Hmm. That lady says no. She says hell to the nah. She said F him and the horse he rode in on. Pretty much told him to go and F himself with a spiked dildo is what Cat Lady just said. Hmm. Mm-mm. Sheree says, I'm so nice. Yeah, no, no, exactly. Sheree, you're nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. She's already starting. Donna says, maybe I wasn't feeling him yesterday. His interaction were like watching paint dry. Hmm. Monique says, my mom is going to Kenya in July with her church. I was like, are you crazy? You complain how hot it is in Chicago, but you want to go to Africa. Huh. I love the heat. I love the heat. It's the cold that I can't do. Cold just doesn't work for me. Listen, it can be 100 degrees outside, and I will still sit there and get a latte. But when it's cold, everything stops. No ice cream, no nothing. I can't do ice cream when it's cold, but I can do a latte when it's like 100 something degrees outside. Donna says maybe, but I wasn't. Oh, shit. Sherry says he can't D down Carly, but maybe he can work. Yeah, well, I mean, I mean, I like movies, but like, I mean, I haven't actually seen this man with with his shirt off. So, I'm just saying. So, as you say, you was gonna give that man a chance. So that means giving him a chance all across the board. That's what that sounds like. She is. That's the thing, Laurie. Yeah, she didn't start off great. She came at Jocelyn on some BS about some energy she had when they were like 12. So like she didn't already start off great. And she just been like some people are upset that they changed Emma from the sweet girl to this somewhat rebel. And I'm totally fine with that because college does change people. But she's not a super rebel, right? Like, she's doing stuff against animal testing, which I 100% stand by. Um, yeah, she stole somebody's wallet, but like she did it because like the guy tried to cheat. It's like she's trying to be like Robin Hood in a minute. She is such a troublemaker. Is she? Is she a troublemaker? Think about the stuff that she has done. She's more like Robin Hood than anything else. I was hoping Sarah's gonna. I thought so too. I thought so too, Monique. And it was just a damn super who just. I don't understand how the super just sat there and said, "Oh well, I heard a sob story, so like, yeah." Carlos has loved the Heat, but got his window open. Okay, yes, that's true. That's true. To be fair, Catley, I do love the Heat. But, I don't want to sit and be sweating on camera. So that's why I have the window open. That's why I have the window open. Because I don't want to sweat on camera. So, you know, there you go. There you go. She doesn't have to wait to see if Sasha was pregnant before she called her mom. Monique says the new Jack played. Yes, Joey. I wasn't around for that, but I heard that he was on One Life to Live. Heather says can't even point. First of all, I'm pointing from behind me, so I can point, but I got to sit there and do it in the opposite way. That lady is so sassy. Ugh, I love that woman. Sweet homie is like negative Triz. Sweat homie is like negative degrees up here. Ooh, yeah, I can't do the cold. I can't do the cold. I can do the heat all day. I can do the heat, close windows, no AC all day. Cold, no, can't do it. Um, Roby says it's 20 where I am. God damn. It was 20. I mean, it was 20. I think like a couple weeks ago. Aren't you here with me? Are you here with me in the Northeast? Yeah, I mean it's nice. That's why I have the window open. Monique says, Albert, where you're from, is it dry heat or slave heat? It's slave heat. Okay, fuck you, bunch. I don't know what that means, but it's not dry heat. But I mean, like I say, heat is heat for me. I'm totally fine. Like I would not sit there and change my drink order, no matter how hot it is. Um, I've rarely changed my drink order, but that's usually when I want to switch it up every now and then. Usually I get the same thing every day. Um, Literally, Sheree, I would listen. I will get my same drink order every day. Do not change. What? You're what? I don't get it. Where's the rest of the sentence? You're what? I don't change my drink order. I mean, I don't change my drink order or my food order every day. Yeah. What did you thought I was going? What did you thought I said? I do keep it simple, Sheree. When I walk into my favorite deli or Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, when I walk in, they know what I want. That's why it's weird when I sit there and see a new server. I'm just like, oh shit, I actually have to explain what I want. You really thought I said that, didn't you, cat lady? What the fuck? I just got what you thought I said. Anyway, oh yeah, y'all heard that too, right? Yeah, it was some bird shit or something. Anyway, um, that did almost happen one time though. I was trying to take a cat nap, and I think it was around like 4:45 in the afternoon, and I left my window open, and a bird almost actually flew through my shit. Bitch, we outside tonight. But yeah, yeah. I was trying to take a cat nap for a little bit before I started streaming, and a bird almost actually flew in my window, and I was like, oh. So I don't think it'll be fun to sit there and try to either get the bird out or call animal control. Um, anyway, but yeah, okay. I called animal health for almost doggies and kittens before. Kelly says, so other than curtains, you need windows. Oh my goodness. Cat lady, every time you come in here and you hit me with your sass, it just puts a big smile on my face. Goddamn woman, there is nobody like you. Monique says the biggest mistake I made was ordering a latte from Starbucks in 95-degree weather. I paid the price. Oh yeah, no, yeah, well, yeah, no. For me, I listen. I don't care how hot it is. I will get my latte. I will get the same latte, and it's great. Listen, I know what I like. See you in Kyrise's party. Yeah, no, I was just actually there. I was just actually there in Kyrise's party for a hot minute. But yes, have fun, love. Damn, I don't think anyone. I mean, does it? Oh, you know what? Oh, that's what I was gonna sit there and do. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do something. Ugh, I gotta hear my voice. And by the way, Monique, how did you pay a price for actually ordering that drink? Wait, he started. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he started. I dipped in there for a little bit. I just sit there and dip in there and see what he was talking about. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button. Where are we at with the likes? Okay, we got 18 likes. We got 24 people in the chat. Um, yeah, hit the like button. So Cherie says the Young and the Restless was weak today. I think. Okay. I don't know. Okay, I expect that. Yes, Ariana. Yes, please do come back, Ariana. It was actually really good to see you. You got to sit there and be part of my OG team for for a little bit. So it was really actually really great to sit there and see you. And Cat Lady already watched Young and the Restless tomorrow's episode. You probably did see it too, Sheree. Yes, have a good night, Ariana. It was really good to see you. Um, I don't know. I don't know why, but I saw. I liked it today. I reviewed The Young and the Restless for two reasons. One, because it was Tommy's birthday, and two, because I just yeah. Sometimes I get a chance to watch The Young and the Restless in the mornings when I wake up before I go and get my breakfast. Um, and I like today's Young and the Restless. Um, Victoria had to have a hard conversation with Victor, a very scary conversation that I can relate to. And you have, it's funny. Somebody said this in the comment section. Somebody was like, they are using Connor's OCD to um get Chelsea and Adam back together. And I get that um I get that kids can actually get their parents back together depending on what it is. But there's something about using mental health as a reason to sit there and kind of get those two back together that just seems kind of off to me. You know, I mean, either way, and granted, they've been using that shit for a while. I saw that comment today, and I was like, they've been doing that shit for a while. I mean, they literally sat there and slept with each other because of that. Oh, it says, yes, it's cheesy, but I guess it's the only way they could pull it off. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Know one day that you will lose your parents. I still have mine, so I get it. Yeah, you know, it's among the top scariest conversations that you will ever have. I will sit there and say. Again, see, this is why I like the soap genre because yes, people who don't generally tend to act really like Victoria or like Victor Newman, but the conversation that they had today was all too real, and that's one of the things that I really like about um, doing these soap chats and talking about this stuff because we can all relate to some extent. Um, but Chelsea did make that shit pretty clear again because of Nick's conversation that, hey, listen, I'm only here for Connor's sake. And here's the thing about Daniel, because I talked about this in my review, but here's the thing about Daniel. I'm like, Daniel, you don't have a child. Monique says, I was on the toilet all night. That was my price. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. The 90-degree weather and anything that has to do with milk, that's base. So yeah, that's yeah, I get that. I get that. I would still sit there and pay that price though. I would still happily pay that price. Listen, if I'm at Starbucks, I got to get my cinnamon dolce latte. And I'm not promoting Starbucks. I'm just saying that's my favorite drink that I would get. Um, the hell I was gonna sit there and say I lost. God damn it. Yeah, I would still pay that. I would still pay that price. Yo, what now? My cinnamon dolce latte is what I get at Starbucks every time I go there. Cinnamon dolce latte. Damn, sounds fancy. Oh yeah, it's definitely fancy. Apparently, some of my family has called me bougie, so that fits right in. Or Dunkin' Donuts, which is my French vanilla latte. No, I'm sorry, French vanilla cappuccino. French vanilla cappuccino. Monique says, Have you ever tried the new drink at Starbucks? The midnight drink and the chocolate. Oh, I'm gonna screenshot that because I have not tried that because I only get one drink. But I may experiment. No, I have not, but I will definitely try it though. No, 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 no. I have not, but I would definitely sit and experiment with that. Kelly says you can't just have a cup of coffee, just good old coffee with cream. I mean, I could, but you know, I mean, come on, baby girl. I'm a man that has, exquisite taste. I mean, damn, I got a Keurig that I didn't sit there and set out yet, but I'm pretty sure the coffee that I'm having is going to be fancy. And I'm not a huge coffee person, if we're going to be honest. Um, I'm more of a latte person. Cat lady, I always sit there and say, you are one of a kind. I want you to know that. I mean, I think you already know that, but you are one of a kind now. And I'm always very excited to sit there and see you and talk to you. Um, I don't know if I said this yesterday. This was yesterday's Young and the Restless. But Sally was being kind of a hypocrite though. When she was in there talking to Billy about Billy letting Phyllis on and saying, well, I don't know if it's gonna work because you know how Phyllis is. Phyllis is this, Phyllis is that. I'm like, you do realize that Lauren Finmore gave you a chance, despite all the shenanigans that you pulled in General City when you got there. You know, how bad. Have a good night, Dolomedics. It was really great to see you, my guy. And again, thank you so much for coming through and sharing your experience on the gates. It was really good to sit there and have you. Here it says, sounds like something Drew would say. I'm more of a latte drinker. Callie, did I sit there and tell you how much I love you? Did I tell you how amazing and funny and beautiful you are? Because you're all those things. Seriously, thank you, Dolmex. I'm very lucky to have you on my team. So thank you again. Laura B says, I get that Adam and Chelsea needs to pull their energy to make sure Connie is alright, but I'm not sure how I feel about moving in together to get back together. Yeah, To me, it will give Connor the wrong idea and cause him some hardship. Exactly. But yes, Dolex, yes, thank you. Well, yes, Kylie, you are funny and smart and beautiful, great sense of humor, and I'm very lucky to sit there and be able to have you in my chat and talk to you. So yes, thank you. So, well, you have a good night, Laura B. Thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure to sit there and see you. How do I feel about it? It's soapy. It's controversial, but I'm cool with it though. I'm cool with it because it's getting people to sit there and talk, you know? Um, and it caused conflict, so I'm here for it. When it says I get a tall, flat, white with soy milk, I start with, ooh, okay. Fancy, fancy. I love it. Okay. How do you feel about it, cat lady? How do you feel about Finn being a how do you feel about Finn being when he says if you have to ask for a Starbucks, it's a winter drink? I do actually have to ask for Starbucks. I do actually have to ask for Starbucks. I come in there and I have my phone and I'm all fancy and bougie with it, like, nah, just scan this shit. Listen, I like getting my points so I can sit there and eventually get my free drink, because I deserve it. Because I deserve it. I never had anything from Starbucks ever. Well, okay. Well, when you come to Long Island and you come to see me, we'll definitely go to Starbucks. We'll definitely go to Starbucks and we'll get the fanciest drinks possible. Just for you, cat lady. Just for you. Wait, they don't actually have a Starbucks where you're at? I'm still gonna treat you to the finest things in Starbucks, but they don't have a Starbucks by you? I know they got a Starbucks by you. The sad thing is, I wish they had a Starbucks by me. They have a Dunkin' Donut. No, we do. Okay. Listen. I wish they had a Starbucks by me that's close. I'm only able to go to Starbucks when I go to work. That's the annoying part. I mean, Dunkin' Donuts is cool. The problem with Dunkin' Donuts is it depends on the barista. Starbucks is more consistent. Starbucks seems like they follow a very strict, like, um, when it like measurement when it comes to a drink. Dunkin' Donuts is like, well, it depends on who's there. That's the reason why. That's one of the reasons why I started going to Starbucks. But I got tired of sitting there being like, well, is my drink going to be good or is it not going to be good today? One Nick says, should Billy be mad at Joe, not Adam? And oh, should Billy be mad at Joe and not Adam and Victor? She was the. Well, it's funny, Monique. I think all of them can share the blame if we're going to be honest. Yes, Joe definitely deserves that smoke. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Victor didn't need that damn company. Victor was being greedy. Adam, I mean, let's be honest. He gonna be mad at Adam for so many different reasons. Yes, for smearing him in the business world and everything like that. All the attacks, also the whole sleeping with Chelsea, and then there is the whole running over Dahlia. Yeah, it's like you can be mad at all three if you're gonna be honest. You can be mad at all three. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can be mad at all three. Mad at all three. Why not share the blame? I mean, shit. You don't necessarily have to sit there and pick a particular person. Joe undermined him, which was a shitty thing for Joe to do. Again, I said this earlier. I just don't understand how Kelly says, I don't know if him and Sally going to work out if he keeps going. Well, yeah, if he keeps going on this revenge plot, yes. But I mean, what is Sally going to sit there and do at this point? Who is Sally going to sit there and go at? Who is Sally going to be with if she can't be with Billy? Was she going to go back to Nick? Is she going to sit there and try with Adam? Because I know that people want Adam and Sally back together. It's kind it kind of looks like Phyllis wants Billy now. Well, she ain't getting Danny, so I mean, like, and she ain't getting Danny, the quote unquote washed up rock star. So uh, why not? Why not? Listen, I said this before, and I know Carrie's got upset, but I said this before, and I'll sit there and say this again. Danny is a goddamn scumbag. Callie says Sally's gonna end up with Nate once Audra leaves him for his fake brother. Oh, Holden. Yeah, that's his name, Holden. Listen, I wonder what was the fallout about. What was the fallout about that Damon had to sit there and leave his mother? Because here's the thing. I feel that Amy is not telling the whole truth, and I feel like the PI is in on this whole. There's no way you're going to sit there and show a PI a picture of her son, and then sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, no, that's Damon." Like the PI has to know who Damon looks like. Not to mention the obvious, like different shades of color. But like, because I mean, I guess I'll be the one to sit there and say we all don't look alike. Okay, we all don't look alike. Let's just make that abundantly clear in case anyone sit there and thinks that we do. But like, I feel like the PI is in on it. I wonder whatever this fallout is. I mean, what is she? What is she really? Did she steal your money or something? Like, well, the thing is, cat lady. This sounds stupid, okay? But sometimes with the internet, you have to sit there. You have to sit there and treat the internet like some people are stupid, because some people are stupid. You just simply do. Kind of like, Monique says Starbucks is like liquid crack. It is. One of my treats when I have to wake up super early in the morning is going to Starbucks. Kelly says, right, is she lying about being sick? Is she a con? And that's the thing. She sat there and gave Nate some blood samples. But how does Nate know that was really her blood samples? Because he just didn't confirm, yeah, this person is sick. How do we know that it was her blood samples? That's why Audra had that spider sense of like, yo, how can we sit there and trust um Amy? Amy is all about her feels and sob stories and stuff like that. You can con a lot of people with a really good sob story. Trust me, I know a few people that con people with sob stories. And for anyone that knows what I'm talking about, they know there's a certain level of shade there, and I don't give a shit. But but shit definitely ain't adding up. I get why the real Damon is very wary of Nate. Because he don't know Nate, you know? I just wonder how long is this whole game of cat and mouse is gonna play. Elliot says like Amy and Archer, the talk they had. Yeah, I mean, Callie is really interesting because it does speak a lot about Archer's character, how she moves, how much she lets people in. A rough relationship with your parents can really do a number on you as an adult and how you move and how you interact with other people. Yeah, Nate is able to sit there and break through her shell, but that shell was put there because of her bad relationship with her parents, her dad and his alcoholism, her mom and her shutting down. And the only way that she can sit there and have a actual relationship with her is through arguing. So it says, "Wait until you see tomorrow's episode." Good job, Nate. All right. Well, now I'm very curious about it. Now I'm very curious about tomorrow's episode, which I will watch. I don't know if I'll do a review. Maybe not. But Monique says it's amazing how Victoria can easily accept Claire into the family after what she did, but has a problem with Adam. Yeah, that's the general consensus, right, Monique? And granted, I've seen that comment through people who like Adam, and I'm not just saying that it doesn't have merit. What's good, Sean? Cody softer towards Molly today. I think Molly reminds him of Sam. Yeah. Um, yeah, it was nice to sit there and see Cody not being a complete and utter dick to Molly. Go sit there and say that Big Nate. It's been a minute, my guy. How the hell have you been? As Victor Newman says, how the hell are you, man? How the hell are you? Um, they're okay. They're okay. Days is probably like the weaker end of the stick, if we're gonna be honest. I'll probably wind up seeing you tonight, Nate, and Dion's corner because I'll probably pop over there for a little bit. I got to sit there and do my jousting with Dion. Sometimes I'll come up in Dion's chat and be like, "So about that Drew character," since he doesn't like Drew, as well as most soap creators that don't like Drew. I will stand 10 effing goddamn toes down on me liking Drew. Okay? It's funny. Yesterday I gave Drew the most smoke. And yet I still had people in my chats that they're saying, acting like I didn't sit there and say anything negative about Drew. Now, when I defend Drew, people are going to be like, why are you defending Drew? I guess you forgot about the time that I actually did disagree with Drew on a lot of things. But then again, I keep forgetting that people, when it comes to soap operas, they think with emotions. Oof. And when they think with emotions, well, anything just flies. But yeah, I don't understand why the hell Cyrus thought that it was a good idea for him to. I'm like, Cyrus, do you want to get arrested? Do you want to sit there and violate your parole? Wait, what did I do this time, Cat Lady? What did I do this time? Are you talking about the Drew? Cat Lady, use your words, my girl. Use your words, my beautiful, gorgeous lady. A mop bucket and Broom. By the way, chat, I just want to sit there. I just want to sit there and say again how much I love this woman. She is my dream woman in every single way. So Ron wasn't actually lying about that part. The mannequin part, no, but um, Monique says, "What did y'all think about Cody Jason? What did you think about Cody Jason, a worthless father like Maxie said that are worse of fathers than Jason?" That is a question for the chat. Yes, you know that's the thing though. I want Cody to sit there and play the game of F around because he will find out. Cody will find out, and he's going to find out in the most hilarious way possible. I had to sit there and dip in Kyrie's stream to sit there and see what he was talking about. But yeah, I don't understand what was the point of Cyrus actually going to the hospital. He's like, oh, why? I just want to sit there and give out these pamphlets. I'm like, bro, do you want to go back to jail? Because I'm like, do you? I was like, Cyrus, do you not remember exactly what ended up happening before when you went to jail? Kelly says, oh, I called Danny. Oh, I called Danny is going to be the one to off Cyrus, and Dante and Jason will have to cover it up for Sam. Hmm. Oh, Cat Lady, I forgot to sit there and say I did give you a shout out in my video today. I think it was towards the end. Yeah, it was towards the end. I gave you a shout out. I did sit there and talk about you in my video. Cyrus was going to Kai's home. But yeah, I did sit there and talk about you today, Cat Lady. Yes, I did. I could have swore I talked to you about my video yesterday. I know I talked to you about, I did sit there and talk about you in my video today, though. Um, yeah, it was towards the end. It was nearly towards the end. I think I said something about the fact that like, and said what? Well, first of all, I addressed you as my beautiful, gorgeous queen cat lady, aka Angelique. And then I did sit there and say something along the lines of like, I know Cat Lady loves all her characters. God damn it! It was so difficult to sit there and keep track of of so many characters. My video was 20 minutes long today. It was 20 goddamn minutes long because there was so many characters to sit there and cover. And I was like, I get it. My girl loves all her characters, but like, they do not need to sit there and jam every single person into one into one episode. But you know, had to sit there and talk about the love of my life, which is my girl Angelique, aka Angie. But yeah, no, it was just a lot of characters, and I'm just like, and then you talk about, they had Lucas and Carly there, and Lucas is they trying to tell, don't get mad because you can't keep up. Ooh, oh, baby girl, I can keep up and then some. But that's not the point, though. The point is, my video was 20 minutes long because they had so many goddamn characters there. Sean says, but do you think Luna can go free since Tom was old? Yeah, Sean. We can sit there and say that Luna did Tom a favor. I mean, hell, he was already old anyway. I mean, she just did him a favor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the judge can sit there and buy that. I mean, like, and it's funny too, because like I got this from DC. Like, I get it; they want to have Luna back, but they're doing it in the most convoluted, stupid way possible. You know, Luna is just hanging out, just having a smoothie. Just she's always in the damn living room. Well, you live in a mansion. Why are you hanging out at the one place that anybody is just gonna walk in at any point in time? I mean, I get it. And then all she's sitting there doing is while Electra and Will are sitting there talking, she's just watching them from upstairs like a goddamn creep. And I, part of me is like, I don't think I should probably say this because I feel like this is gonna be. You know what? Let me not sit there and say this. I want to say, but I'm not going to say because I don't feel like getting canceled. Because I know there's going to be one fucktard that's going to sit there and take this in the wrong way. So I may sit there and say this reference in my member stream. Yeah, creepy, just like her grandma. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, cat lady. If you ever saw what's the name of that horror movie? It's not The Ring, but it's something else though. She may want Will next. Oh, she definitely want Will. What the hell's name is horror movie? It's not The Ring. It's not The Ring, but it's the other movie though. What's the other movie that's like The Ring? God damn it. I can't remember right now. Fuck it, I'll sit there and say this reference. The Grudge, yes. 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 Oh damn girl, you're good. You're a good guy, lady. Jesus. Love it. It's so like The Grudge. You remember that scene I'm talking about though, right? So okay, so cat lady, since you remember that scene that I'm talking about, you know why people will cancel me, right? You know why people will cancel me, right, cat lady? Yeah, she knows. She knows. Monique says, I finally got the phone I wanted, the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It was a lot of money, but I was, hey, got to treat. Yes, you do, Monique. You got to treat yourself because you only live once and you deserve it. You deserve it. And that's why I love her. God damn it, Callie. It's like you come on every day and you say something or you do something. I'm just like, ugh, I'm so lucky. I'm not joking about that. I'm serious, but yes, she knows. Okay, I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. I will be back tomorrow, but I do want to thank everyone for joining. Though, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Um, very exciting stream, very different stream. And by the way, for the members, I'm gonna sit there and treat you out of something tonight. Um, I'm not gonna sit there and say what it is. It's gonna be a surprise, but just look for the post of that I'm gonna put out for the members. Okay, so when y'all see it, y'all know. But yes, have a good night, my gorgeous queen cat lady. She's amazing, by the way. Check out her channel if you're not subscribed to her channel. She also does soap opera commentary. She's good. She's funny, and y'all definitely will enjoy her channel. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Dolomedics. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Sheree. Anyone else who I missed? The new people who came in, DMV. Um, of course, Kyle. Like, listen, I gotta say, I will give credit where credit is due. You know, not only is Cat Lady good people, But she's going in the soap game, so definitely support this queen. And I don't support people that I don't generally believe in. I believe in Angelique, aka Cat Lady. That's right, Monique. Luna is now fixated on Will. So that's going to be interesting. That's something I guess we can sit there and all look forward to. But again, I want to thank everyone for joining. Again, happy birthday to Tommy Smith. And yeah, I will sit there and see ya in the next stream. Laters.